He said that he is my damn man's, but he switched on me like a transformer. Yeah, he changed. Nigga, you gon' get your ass changed. Don't get your ass.
I still like 2K, so I'm going to make these informative videos that you guys are going to drop a lot of likes on, so the devs can see them at a time, so they can make certain adjustments while 2K26 is coming out. Now, I have faith in 2K because I'm not getting like everybody else and just getting into that vibe where I feel like, oh, 2K's dead. It's a company. I know how life shifts are. I know that there's a group of elders. I mean, there's a group of people who play. You start off as teens. You play the game from your teenhood, a little bit into your adults, and then kind of get to a point where sometimes you can outgrow a game. You can't get with the new phase. And sometimes I start to see like things don't even be a new phase because they kind of recreate the same things. Like I feel like there's so much different aspects they can add to a game, but they release games to us each year. Like they do cell phones and it's just a few minor updates, and you know, it's like they already have this technology to where they can pre-head and give us a whole bunch of other different type of things, but it's like they're doing it on a schedule. Just like when you have lunch and you have school and you got this special day when it's field day and everybody's like, oh, waiting for field day, and it's that only day. It's like the world is set to be structured that way. And sometimes I look at it like it's made to contain fun too. Doesn't mean glitches and the game has to be glitchy or certain things. It's just like the rollouts can have where it's like we have all these glitches, things are being undercovered. This video right here, I'm going to show you guys a new glitch. It's worse than the off-ball speed boost glitch. Like, I mean, it's the same type of thing, but it's a different one now, and it's a faster one. So we're going to show you guys that. But before, I want to show you guys the 7.3 because there was a guy saying that I'm tripping about 7.3s, thinking I'm trying to take away from it. I'm not. I want more, better, more advanced. We're on next gen consoles. It shouldn't have to be to where bigs have the same moves as guards. It shouldn't. You should have your own package. That's nothing. That's simple logic. I don't have to do too much. That's it. You should have your own package. The speed should be as a big. It should look, if they want to do realistic NBA, this is pro play, the speed should be the same like in real life. When that player moves like that, that big is not going to be able to keep up with him. Certain type of things. Like it should be certain things like that. Not just like a meta gameplay look and everybody using Darius Garland. No. When I first showed this clip, this is a 7.3 doing this. He's moving. Look at that. Look at the motion of how quick he can move and go to a step back green. Wemby doesn't even move like that. It's going to be more like clumpy dumpty steps. Not saying that it has to be clunky, but it has to be more slow. And I'm going to show you guys perfect gameplay example. It's not the best gameplay because it was still toned down. It was still 2K's lower because we was on PlayStation. We was still on the older gens. A lot of people are saying new gen messed it up, but it's not. It's just the way they're trying to make us move. Okay, so we seen that clip. That was the clip that he said that 7.3 should want to move like that. It's just fun to them, but to a more balanced standpoint, I can make. If I was a dev, I could make a more slower big that can do dribble moves, and it still would end up being fun to them, and then they will realize the balance in it as well too. I could do that. I could do that. They just make the bigs to where it's a point like it's like the game is like. It's too OP on both ends, so then it creates for so much RNG moments to happen and crazy stuff because I know how the badges, bro. I know it's like we're playing on some type of computer system code and stuff, so the badges and all this stuff is synced together. It's some math system. It's numbers, bro. It's some, I can't say the exact thing of what the system is, but trust me, it's numbers. So I skipped up here to go to more of the gameplay so you guys can see a little bit more. This is 17, right? And I want you guys to watch how Illuminati is playing on his big. He was basically the best big, the best stretch. The decks in this game too wasn't even that OP to where you couldn't guard it. People who could do it, but it was just a thing like if you get caught with it type time. It wasn't super OP to where it's like, you can't stay with it. It was more so of like you had to time it. It was more of a whack-a-mole type of system, even though people had their little cheese things. Look at this big. Do you see how he can't do certain launch? He could do a behind the back cross. He could do a certain move like that. Do you see what I'm talking about? He does the little step back. But it was just things like, look at that cross. They don't even have that no more, what the PG just did. Like, bro, why can't we go back to a game where we moving like that? You could launch off really quick. Like, players really can move in real life. So when I see the limitations in the game, it's like I can get down with it. Like, okay, this is their playground. I can't really make the rules. It's how they made the game. But it's like when I see so much more realistic basketball going off and what people could do, and then I get on 2K to play, it's like, damn, they really got it limited. This is more so how the bigs used to play. And in real life, this is how the bigs will be playing if it's bigs on the court like this. They'll be doing more cuts. But it was things that was maintainable. This is when people used to start to be cheesy, so it was playing the cheesy way. You see him with the double bigs on the court. But the double big lineups was still beatable. So it was like, the cheese now is more, it's crazy. You see the move he did to get a shot off? This is what I want to show. I was waiting for him to do this because this was one of his favorite moves to do. Now, this is going to prove my example of what I'm telling you guys. Some will look like, oh, that's it. That's the only move. Why couldn't they expand on that? And this was 17. They had so many years to expand on. They did kind of 19 the other years. But it's like, why did they get away from that normal Formula 2K? I'm telling y'all, this is a template we're playing on. It's like they can add to this template. It's just like how NBA 2K23, the start of NBA 2K, no, 21 next gen was the first next gen. From that year to 24, we've been playing on a certain template. It's the same template. Even when we went to Pro Play, it is the same template. I'm trying to tell you guys, it was the same template as 24, just certain things changed. Maybe they changed a certain part, like if it was like layers to it, they changed like a certain base. That's the only difference, because 2025 does have a certain different feel, where more things feel like automatic. You know, less than, it feels more automatic than like you have real full control, basically. Now, when I play this clip, and you see this moving, we're going to show you guys the glitchy clip last in 2K25. We have to. Watch what he does. He dribbles, boom. In real life, I've seen Wemby when he doesn't step back. This is like this exact motion. Just picture different motions or different moves at this speed. You see how the guy got crossed over. He didn't need an ankle breaker, no nothing, and he got his shot off. This is the limitation of how bigs have to be. If you were skillful, you were able to do a move like this, a 1-2-3 move. That's realistic. So it's like the fact that they took away from this and couldn't expand more on this is crazy to me. The regular escapes where you could go from left to right, that was regular, like a natural feel in 2K. Like, they took away certain stuff that's like, no, bro, slow down, gave you slower hezzy so you can just probably do a hezzy more. And no, people are not playing like that. So that's where they're lacking at, and their game doesn't even be made to be played like that. You see how I can go dribble in the corner, turn around, shoot a three? Bigs should still have the ability to do stuff like that. I'll give it to bigs to be able to still do things like that. That is reasonable. But when it's like you can do certain moves as the guards now, and then there's no difference or separation. You see how you could dribble over, take a shot? The game at that speed was perfect. They're slacking on D. So this is what I want the devs to understand. They could have expanded on this. Not saying the game needs to look like this. I'm talking about like the template of how stat backs, hesitations, how the move, the feel. I like up to like 24, honestly. They just should have gave us better movement in 24. 24 green windows was fine, perfect. Just gave us better movements. They started playing with the movements at 24. When I'm trying to show this, I'm showing bigs. This example is just bigs, not overall gameplay. There's certain moves I would take out of here and be like, yo, we need this back. It needs to look exactly like that. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to show you guys how big should be. Add a little bit more, a little crossover. You could add some little a step back. The step back should be slow. If he could do a guard step back, make it slow. What the hell? It's like they gotta make everything the same speed. That's when it lets me know y'all have some internal problem. Y'all don't got everything right, because that don't make sense. Look at the crossover he just did. Dribble, bounce, pass. That's how slow Wimby would look, literally. That's all I'm trying to show right here. I'm not trying to say, oh, this was the perfect gameplay. This is where they should have just kept it at. No. It's bits and pieces because everything is like a picture. Even when they take us to certain games, everything is some type of code and little picture thing. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to notice. Look at that speed boost. That was the regular speed boost that everybody got. What is wrong with that? Yo, this was like the perfect. That launch looked so pretty, honestly. Nothing looked wrong with this. Look, he could stop, boom. And you could do so many moves and speed boost out of that same type of launch. This game now limits you, Darius Garland. Y'all can't. How can your mind not be like, damn, what the heck? Yeah, it's still fun if you're a 2K lover and you love to play 2K. That's why I still hop on it. But I want more. I do, because I make the game look crazy. I want more. Now look. Here's a new move. And then I heard there's another triple threat move too. It's like, what are people talking about? Look at that. Who's keeping up with that? Who's keeping up with that? $2K, I'm trying to tell y'all, sometimes I think 2K has their back against the walls. The sweaties always win. It's like, yo, they took away, they had the sweaties like trapped in like a little illusional trap when they were doing the dribble god versus dribble god and doing all that stuff, because they were just being creative. The game was fun enough to them where they was like, oh, 2K gave us this freedom to move this way and dribble, and everybody still could play their IRL realistic way if they wanted to, and they still had fun on the game too. And you have to understand, they were trapped there. Once they took away that factor, now they brought upon this type of 2K. Certain build, max certain stats, have a certain other build with you. I see everybody run deep bomber. How are you keeping up with this? You tell me. Being another PG, this is what makes it worse. On the twos, being another PG, not being a lockdown with like Challenger or Hall of Fame or Legend, you're not contesting him. You're not. This is green every single time. Great tempo. It looks like he's using the rhythm shooting too. So this guy just gives Zen vibes. He's already doing this. He gives me the vibes that he has as Zen. He's already doing this. Like, he's on a rhythm shooter. Like, I don't even trust rhythm shooter people in the game. I don't. Some people be like that, but I feel like if you learn how to do the rhythm shooter, you should be OD. Because Mike Wang said it was going to be like that. So if I'm playing with somebody, you should be going crazy, could get most of the buckets. Like, if I couldn't get some of the buckets because you on that rhythm shooter, going crazy. I feel like I don't trust it. Certain shots, I've popped it and catch and shoot shots. Somebody just like all around, I don't know. I don't know. But some people I've seen cook with it. Some people sent me some legit stuff. How are you keeping up with this? For all the people that's saying, oh, people just cry and complain. Bro, people are trying to play a game to where it's like the game is like at least like Fortnite. No, because Call of Duty has hackers, so people complain the same way over there. I don't know what's going on with the gaming industry. But when Fortnite first came out and everybody was building, everybody was playing the game, that's how it has to get. Like, it has to be like that. Where it was just more in a fun space. People's minds was warped into fun. People started learning how to build, but you see that's like the meta. It comes, it's like a cloud. It's like everybody's having fun, and that's like a big tornado cloud coming slowly, and it's the meta because it's people starting to learn little things. People starting to want to get ahead. People starting to do this. That's what gaming companies have to make their game more so like to the ability where people can't get ahead, and them trying to take away stuff. They thinking that's it, but it's not. Let people go around and do whatever if they're dribbling. Like, yo, the game used to be like that where if they used to over dribble too much and then shoot a shot, they would miss. You know what I mean? So dribblers kind of would like start slowing it down. When it got to like 19, they would still be able to dribble around, do a lot of moves, but they would limit it. They wouldn't just go crazy. Like sometimes they used to go crazier. Like, no, it was kind of like those years. But Trust me, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's not worse than what we're doing now. What we're playing now is like everybody's trying to win, make sure they win all the events, make sure their rank is just high, make sure they can get all the little items so they can look a certain way. It's like a clout thing, aura thing now, and people will cheat to do it. It's just like in real life how people are scamming right now so they could just post certain stuff on Instagram and look like they got money and flex on other people and make them feel a certain way. That's what people are doing in 2K. These guys right here are flexing on us when they can just sit, do these glitches, cheat, win the game. Come on now. They don't care. It's no morals. If we can get the game back to when we had morals, I always say this, and this is how I'm going to end this video off. In 17, there were park cards. Bro, if you called a park card, the community was so together and like so connected, even though people had their beefs, whatever, but if you called a park card, the game would not count. You couldn't post it on Twitter. You couldn't post it on YouTube. That was the era, like right there. Even if it was a random trying to pull up on you and make an exposed video, they couldn't post it. It would not count. People would stop playing and not move. Whole teams would stop playing. Some games you'll play against the super guys who are just annoying. They just troll you, and then you'll pop the park cards back just so you could win the game and get them off the court. But people who are really coming to play, if it was a game, even if like you was streaming and some of your subs pulled up on you, whatever the case was, or to try to drop you off, or people to talk shit, they would not pop cards. They would not pop them. So it's the same aspect of people saying, yo, we're not going to use ends. We're not going to do the little glitch, the run glitch. We're not going to do that because it's not going to feel worthy enough in our minds. Like, it's not going to stimulate us that we really bust this nigga ass. That's the mindset 2K has to try to captivate in people and make the game fun enough to where people, like, them taking away just led to this. Okay, we got to win the game in quicker ways. We can't dribble too much because we know how this game is. People that got the high steals, our stamina, we got the adrenaline bars. All right, we're just going to do little quick glitches. Yo, it's that simple, bro. This video don't show y'all that. I don't know what will. We got more to come. It's so much little 2K news dropping. So many people talking about 2K. So much stuff going on with it. Don't come at me because I'm talking about pro play. It's pro play is like literally wordplay. What So Illuminati would say. I seen what's his name, Work posted again. It's like, damn, how do people not get that? That's when it lets me know people don't have a certain awareness, and then I realize sometimes me sitting here talking deep could probably just be sitting wasting my time. I know some people see it, but that's why I hope y'all drop the likes, because pro play is just them. Look, what is pro play? How when you do your pro play, what is that? You're flicking your right analog stick up to go into your go-to shots. And your go-to shots, you got a few different go-to shots. And then pro play is just them saying when you put on a certain NBA player's jump shot, the little starting point will look the same. But no, when everybody's trying to stop and plant, like if you're trying to do a quick stop, everybody looks the same. So how is that pro play? Why isn't it doesn't look like JT when he's actually stopping? And no, it's the game. It is not exactly like that. Everybody does that little stop down and shoot. Even when I watch people play, what is it, My Team and stuff like that, and it's like, damn, there's no, like, the game don't have that real look like they trying to get. Even when you use a certain NBA player's jump shots, they don't look exactly the same. They all come down and look the same when they drop down to the ground. So it's like they're using wordplay just to say they enhance the animations a little bit more to look a little bit more realistic when you're going to certain shots or shooting certain. It's like, come on, bro. I liked how 24 looked more. It seems like we all get into the same animations when we're trying to quick stop and shoot. Even when you're on bigs, it all looks the same. They do that little hand stick out where your hand kind of sticks out, and then you stop and shoot real quick. That looks the same. That's like a bug to me. That's like weird. It shouldn't be like that. Then when you're shooting and you're coming down, everybody looks the same. Like jump shots be looking the same. It don't look like too different, like where you could tell, like, oh, he got sounds like a different shot unless he's using some type of real ugly looking shot. Hit the like, man, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section below, man. It's all the information is here. It's all here.